Yes, folks, the Paris Olympics 2024 are heading nearer and nearer to the horizon, and the release of a complete, comprehensive calendar has only made it seem more real. With almost 2 years left for the opening ceremony of the Games of the 33rd Olympiad, fans are eagerly looking for any and every update, and updates you will get. Today, we'll take a look at the brand new Olympics 2024 calendar, the ticket details, and much more. First, let's discuss the interesting opening ceremony and the full to the brim schedule. Mark your calendars for July 26, 2022, because that's the day Paris 2024 will start off with a flare. And what, you may ask, is that flare? Well, for the first time in Olympic history, the opening ceremony isn't going to be held in the traditional stadium. Instead, the usual procession of athletes will take place on the Seine, with a separate boat for each country's delegation. This move will bring the Olympic Games out into the heart of Paris. The parade's expected to pass between Pont d'Austerlitz and Pont de Lena before ending up in front of the Trocadero in a 6-kilometer-long route. We're sure you could already imagine the absolutely magical scene it will present. But if not, then don't worry. You can be one of the 600,000 spectators who will be able to buy seats on the lower bank of the river. And if not even that, you can join the public onlookers on the upper bank free of cost. The 80 giant screens that'll be installed would assist you, of course. The committee really didn't call this the most accessible opening ceremony without reason. Moving on. The calendar that's been shared, it's quite the packed affair. The very first day after the opening, July 27th, will feature medal events. Finals will be held for 8 different sports, including skateboarding, judo, and swimming, among others. Paris 2024 is sure not going to be wasting any time for spectators. A busy weekend can be anticipated next, with the 3rd to the 4th of August seeing medal events for tennis, archery, golf, etc. A gender-balancing approach has been seen in the prospects so far, with practices like alternating men's and women's finals and the like. Finally, the last day of the 2024 Olympics, the 11th of August, will be all about women, as it should be. Women's wrestling, weightlifting, and track cycling will be some of the events to be held that day. For the first time since the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, the women's events will be the conclusion to the athletic program, followed only by the closing ceremony. We're stoked to see these strides. Now, for the important details about tickets. This time around, Paris 2024 has adopted a new ticket strategy that's going to make tickets accessible to a far wider range of people than ever before. The sale of over 13 million tickets is a pretty big indicator of that. While the official prices and draw will be announced in December 2022, we're focusing on some of the details that have been revealed as of yet. More than 1 million tickets are going to be available for 24 euros, while almost half of the public's tickets will cost less than 50 euros. As if that wasn't enough, a third of the tickets for medal events will be sold for around 100 euros. For such a prestigious event, these tickets are extremely affordable for the general public. Imagine getting to experience the majestic French backdrop, coupled with the exhilarating athletics of the Olympics for such a cheap cost. A special little treat's also been added for the more die-hard fans of the event. Now you'll be able to create a customized package for yourself by selecting 3 out of the many different sessions. Confused? Basically, if you were to choose a 72 euro ticket package, it could include any 3 athletics, say handball and rugby, artistic gymnastics, judo and water polo, and 2 sailing sessions, and a football match in Marseille. It's like a mix and match. Sounds pretty fun, we have to admit. There are even hospitality packages that'll offer a variety of ticket options for fans, as well as travel offers. If you're interested in keeping up to date with ticket info, then you should join Paris 2024 Club. It's a free registration. This can help you to have priority for ticket access, and also to, of course, be the first to receive any new updates, and all the different venues to be used for all the different games. 2024 will mark the first time in a century, and the 3rd time ever that France will be hosting the Olympics. The very first French Olympics were held in 1900, and the next time in 1924. As such, Paris will become the 2nd city ever, after London, to have hosted the Olympics thrice. As for all 329 events, they'll mostly be held in Paris, with a few taking place on some of the outskirts. The surfing competition will be held in Chopo, a village to the southwest of Tahiti. This Olympics will see the Grand Palais as the center for fencing and taekwondo, along with Eiffel Tower Stadium for beach volleyball, judo, and wrestling. Lots of arenas have made the list, which isn't totally unexpected, including the Champ de Mars Arena and the Bercy Arena. If you thought the list of interesting venue choices ended there, you've got another thing thing coming. The former royal residence, the Chateau de Versailles, will be bearing its grounds for the equestrian and modern pentathlon events. That would be an absolute feast for the eyes. Some intriguing additions have also been made to the sports roster of Paris 2024. We all saw the debut of sport climbing, skateboarding, and surfing in the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Well, fans of this sport will be ecstatic to hear that the success of these three has led to them being continued in the 2024 panel. Apart from that, karate and baseball, softball have been removed from the program, and only one new game was put in their place. This new game that's been introduced is breaking, that is competitive breakdancing. If you're an absolutely avid follower of the Olympics, you may know that breaking had its brief stint in the 2018 Buenos Aires Youth Olympics, but this time it's going to be laden with 2 gold medals. Should be a fascinating watch for sure. On to some other related news. How the Irish qualified for show jumping at the very last minute. For those of you who were understandably disappointed by Ireland's withdrawal from show jumping in Tokyo 2021, you're going to be cheered up by this news. The World Championship has been going on in Herning, Denmark for a while now, and it seemed that Ireland wouldn't be able to scrape the criteria needed for Olympic qualification. What's the criteria? All a team has to do is rank within the top 4 in the championship, and off to the Olympics they go. Ireland, having maintained 9th position throughout the tournament, didn't seem to have good prospects until the last finals night when Michael Blake's team of Dennis Lynch, Bertram Allen, Cian O'Connor, and Daniel Coyle managed to sweep the board and land 4th position overnight. Spectators and fans were shocked and pleased by this sudden development. You have to admit, this was quite an unprecedented development in the Eco-Fay Championships. Sweden secured gold, the Netherlands silver, and Britain took bronze. These three that preceded Ireland and Germany that's in 5th have all qualified for the 2024 Olympics. Congratulations to them. This is obviously an exciting opportunity as the teams now have a full 2 years for practice. Birmingham Commonwealth Games 2022 fuel India's prospects for Olympics 2024. 61 medals, people. The Indian delegation in the recent CWG 2022 managed to win a whopping 61 medals, making the record even better than CWG 2018, where they scored 66. How is it better? Well, dear viewer, in 2018, the Indian team bagged 66 medals with the aid of its 16 shooting accolades. And this time, the shooting wasn't included, and they still reached 61 medals. If this doesn't indicate some massive growth in their sports potential, then we don't know what will. With Paris buzz going around, sports critics agree that this is definitely a sign of India's good fortune to come for the Paris Olympics, and we couldn't agree more. Of course, it doesn't help that India has always more or less performed pretty well in the Olympics. London 2012 saw their victory of 6 medals, which was only further improved in Tokyo 2021, where the nation took 7 medals to its name. Neeraj Chopra's spectacular javelin throw certainly helped. New velodrome in Konya, Turkey, hinted to be an Olympics training ground. Last year, in line with the Islamic Solidarity Games, a brand new velodrome was opened in the city of Konya in Turkey. The 2,275 capacity arena will host the aerobics, artistic and rhythmic gymnastics, and track cycling competitions of the Islamic Solidarity Games. But that's not all that's in store for the arena. The Deputy General Coordinator, Veli Ozanchukwu, has different plans. He has tipped that he hopes the velodrome will be used as a training ground for Paris 2024. The 8-meter width of this velodrome is exactly the same as that of the Paris one, and it's also a more convenient location for the East Asian, Australian, and American delegates, as the travel time is 3 to 4 hours. Other perks include it not being far from the city center and the surrounding roads being extremely safe, along with a good climate and altitude for prep camps. It's even being scouted as the Olympics 2036 venue, which Turkey is bidding for. Seems like the velodrome is all set and ready to receive its Olympians. That's all the news and updates we had about the upcoming Olympics for you today. Which particular Olympic event are you most excited about? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.